HD-28 LSV here, and this is Martin's large soundhood guitar. It has a red spruce top. This one does, anyways. They went to a sitka spruce after a while, but this one's got a red spruce top. It's got a 1 3/4 inch neck. That's it. My job was to correct some things that another luthier had done that my customer didn't like. It had great big huge fat frets on it. Our customer doesn't like that. I don't either. So I put Evo frets on it, full Evo fret job. And of course I made a new nut for it then. The spacing was not, it was equal center spacing, and I like equal distant. So I made a new bone nut for it. It also matched the fret height, lower frets and everything. Did that. Put a bone saddle in here. It had a super low action before, like 70 thousandths of an inch. So I put a new bone saddle in it. Bumped it up to 93 thousandths of an inch, 3/32. It had, someone else had taken the popsicle brush out. I prefer to have a little bit of a support back in here, so I glued my support in there. It has HD-28 style bracing, which means the scallop stops about 1.5 inches away from the X. I went ahead and scalloped it all the way to X, so it's more like a GE or an authentic now. Shaved the rear back bushes down, and that's all. Yeah, that's it. It's a good guitar, it's fun. This has got a nice neck. Some of the LSVs have a really chunky neck, but this one has a really nice taper to it. Feels real good. I like it. Let's compare it now to the D-28 1937 Authentic. Well, here's my impressions if you want them from me playing them. These guitars are really similar, sitting under my chin. I think actually, I hear the large sound hole on the LSV and the treble, especially on the bass side of the treble, seems to be just a little bit more pronounced. Again, as I said before, on the D-28 Authentic, sometimes the notes kind of mush together, not mush together, they blend together more. And on the large sound holes, I get better separation, especially off the bass, It seems to me just a tad more distinct, stands out. I really, I noticed it on the. Seems I can get those notes out just a little bit clearer out there. I like the neck on the LSV better. Again, God, that's my complaint about the Authentic. There's a taper, a strong taper. This LSV neck is really nice. It's just nice, smooth, even taper. Very comfortable neck to play. Yeah, I mean, if I had to walk out of the room with one of them and the price was the same, no value, I can't trade them. I get one guitar, I'd probably take this LSV. Not to put the Authentic down or anything, but the neck makes so much of a difference to me. If the neck is not comfortable, I just really can't play it to its full extent. The sound is one thing, but the neck is when my hand attaches and the guitar fits me here, and this neck is better for me, way better. Even taper, good chunky feel. It's got a nice modified V to it, consistent modified V, and sound-wise, it's pretty good, And of course, I just did the modifications, so give it a little bit of time to develop. So on the whole, I think I would take this one, the LSV, just a little bit. I sure respect the Authentic, though. One thing about the Authentic is it does kick me in the gut a little bit more. And that might be the hot glue, that might be a tighter connection on the wood. I'm not sure, what that might be, but I noticed that immediately, that it was just a little bit more alive. Small differences, though, small differences. Anyway, I mean, LSV's a nice guitar. No getting around it. These are one of my favorite new Martins. The other one would be the Clarence White with the 11/16" neck. I've had a couple of those come through, and God, I love them. I really get along really good with that 11/16" bound fingerboard. The bound fingerboard changes the feel for me just a tiny little bit, makes it feel just a little bit whiter. So I'm really comfortable with the neck on the Clarence White, and they have pretty much the same sound, large sound hole, that kind of thing. It's just maybe a little bit more trebly because the big neck seems to add a little bit more bass. And remember, I put big necks on the same guitar before, so that's what I'm speaking of. So the big neck does add a little bit of something to it, but this is a good guitar. This is a really good guitar, so I like it a lot. HD-28 LSV.